these are the file we're going to be using, and this is the file. So I believe we all can see. And this is now it's a I have summarized the material in a way that it will be easy for every one of us to understand. And actually, the content you see here, it's coming from the main material you get is from that material that I get this content. So everything, if you have your material, you can actually follow the same thing. You've seen all the thing I'll be saying, you'll be seeing them in your material. So he basically, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, but do we have any? But no one have a question, right? Okay, so I mean, I want to ask a question. Should I ask? Okay, so let's assume that assuming you were launching a new phone or like um are you getting me? Assuming you if you are launching a new phone brand, let's say you want to start a new brand, like let's say the brand of the phone now it's let's not use Techno is already a new brand. So we have this about a question is actually about this pricing strategy here. So if you are launching a new phone brand in Nigeria now, which pricing strategy will you use first, and why would you use that? Would you use this one? Would you use this one or this one or this one? Remember, your brand is a new brand, and it's a phone like you want to sell phones. Any I don't know any kind of phone that you want to start selling, but what kind of marketing strategy would you use? Anybody have an answer? Yes, I can hear. Yeah, I thought you wanted to answer the question. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so if you look at what I said here, as in the pricing, now let's look at the pricing. Okay, now, okay, the question now, let's look at another question for us to understand what this pricing strategy is. You understand? Now, this 1, 2, 3, 4 here are strategies. These are objective or pricing strategy. This 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you look at the strategies vary by product life cycle stages, right? So now the stages of the life cycle we are looking at here, we are looking at penetration pricing for market share, and then we are looking at skimming for early recovery, and then we look at competitive pricing for maturity, and then we look at maintenance pricing for decline. Now, do we understand each of the now? Let me go back to where I'm coming from. Look at the product life cycle. If you are starting a product today, right? Now, what stage of that product, like if I'm starting a product today now, we're looking at the product life cycle. Now we look at the product. This is actually the progress. The product progress through four stages. We have the introduction, we have the growth, we have the maturity, and then we have the decline. And each of this product life cycle, they actually have a different market condition and strategic implication for marketing decisions. Do you get? So, for instance, for introduction here, the introduction here it actually has to be slow sales growth, heavy expenses, and I think I'm going to talk about this a bit, right? So let me go back to this question that I asked. So I said the strategies they vary by product life cycle stages, and then this life then this sorry, can you hear me? Someone was calling me. I don't know whether my call this person. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, good evening. Sorry, hey Bishop. Sorry, sir. Can I call you back? Something. Okay, sorry guys. I had a call, but are we still together? Yeah, sorry, I'm back. Okay, so I think I asked a question and someone was trying to answer the question, and she said she will use which one again? What did she say? I even forgot. No, let me. Yes, exactly. So I wanted us to understand what is pricing. Is the pricing strategy we're looking at. So, like, what is pricing strategy to you? Like, what do you understand by pricing strategy? What does it mean? Do you understand, or should I help you to understand? Hello, are we together? Okay, let's just help you to understand what that means. Is the prices? Okay, No, continue. I can hear you. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're perfect. You are correct. So actually, it's just what that means is it's a plan. It's just a the pricing strategy is just a plan a company uses to decide how much to charge for each product or service. You understand? How much is just a plan that okay now we say okay this product now this is the company the organization will sit down the management will sit down and decide okay this product this is how much we are charging for it. Do you understand? And then the strategies here they actually have they varies by product life cycle. So if you go back to the the product life cycle, you see that at each level a product has different stages, right? A product have different stages. So, and then the price of a product actually varies based on the stage of that product. You understand? So, in a product has the penetration. They like you have the penetration pricing that is for market share, and then so this penetration here is the product. What it's this is inside the life cycle of the product. You understand? We have so this one actually. So what this statement is telling you like for a product that is on this stage they it's actually going for market share and a product that is this one the scheming method is actually going for early recovery and competitive pricing for maturity. So let's say for a product that has been if you go to the product life cycle you see on the maturity level that is when the product has grown to a certain level. So a product then that is when you can now use this kind of pricing. You understand? Competitive word pricing. Just like the example I gave you guys about Pepsi and Coca Cola. You understand? Because those guys are big guys in the game. They are so, but then other product like new product that are coming, they cannot be doing that kind of competitive pricing with those Pepsi and Coca Cola. They will just lose them. They just in fact they will not make anything. You get so. So the question I asked, right? The question I asked about the method or the marketing strategy. If you maybe you want to start a new phone brand, for me, I think the I will use the I will use the penetration word pricing because it has helped me to attract many first time users or buyers. You understand? For me, I think I will use the penetration pricing method. You understand? Because it's a new product. So I believe that this will actually help me to attract many first time buyers. You understand? Okay, so now that I'm saying that, okay, that is talking about the market share. Can you see? That is the market share. So the market share here now in high volume reduces that. So I will have to now if I'm producing now, I'll produce high volume of phones and then I'll reduce the cost of my production. Understand? So that it will enable me to have a long term profit. That's what I mean. So I'll make use of the market share. That is you get. So but you can just think of another method that you think you can use any method. Those people have way of marketing and anyhow they do it, they can still make some cool money. All that. Okay, but now okay, so now let's assume now, okay, just okay, like I said for me, I will use the penetration pricing. So now when how can a company how can now this my company now switch from penetration pricing to profit maximization? How can I like over time? How do I do that? So Okay, let me just answer that since I'm the one that choose penetration pricing. So now what happened is this. Now, if you look at this one here, now this one now, like I said, this okay, the question is like, okay, how can a company, how can my can you hear me now? Okay, how about now? Okay, I'm saying that how can a company switches from the penetration pricing to a profit maximization? Yeah, over time. Because now you understand this one here. If you look at this one actually work at the beginning of the product. This one. Do you understand this particular? The market share product pricing actually work at this level. Now, you are looking at the profit maximization. Now, at this one, my main here is to make more gain. I don't even really care about who buy the product. Now, I'm looking at my profit. Do you understand? So now, at this early stage of my product, I'm saying that I'm using this method, which is a market share, which is a penetration pricing, right? So if I'm using this one now for from the beginning, when or how can I now switch from that one to this one? Do you have idea? Profit, profit maximization. This one. Can you see when my mouse is shaking? To this one, I'm switching from penetration pricing to profit. This one. Mm, okay. Yeah, yeah. I think you're actually right. So for me, what I'm thinking is that at this stage here, like my product is early. So what happened is that I'm looking for people to join to buy my product. So what did happen here? Like I focus more on the customers. I want to get more customers. So I'm going to give them at lower price. Now, but then over time, I believe that I will now have some loyal customers, people that love my product. Do you understand? I will now have some loyal customers. So at this point now, I will be now be increasing my product, my price I can even be doing it monthly. I'll be increasing it small, 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 small. But now these people already love my product. So they will, they will just, even though it's increasing, they will buy because they are loyal customers. So by the time I have these people, I can now start increasing my price small, small, small to get more profit. Do you get? So I think you were actually right on that question. Okay, so like, can you name? Okay, that's it. Like another question. Can you name a? Can you mention a business around you that you know that started with low price to attract more customers? Apple, no, Apple never start with the low price. Like Apple, Apple price Apple price no. The only thing Apple does is like when they have a new product, they devalue the previous one. Do you get? And so it's not the same product. Yeah. Okay, I think you're right. Me, I can think of people like I can think of new restaurant, and because I remember I used to I buy food. So restaurant, when they start new, they are looking for people to patronize. They're looking for a new code because now a new restaurant is just starting now. They believe that I already have somewhere I'm eating. So the only thing they can get me now is yes, the only way they can get me is for them to give me low price. But by the time I start going there every day, they start increasing their price small, small, small. The next time you go there, you now see a menu, they change the menu. But that time I already like their I already like their food. Yes, so I will still be going there to, I'll still be buying their food. Or maybe like we can see like the all those the um maybe supermarket, all those things, all those people that sell small, small price, they will be adding it small, small, small. Before you know, the price will go up. But then at that time, you're already a customer. You can't go. Okay. I think you try. So questions. So what the question do you have? This one. Yes, hello. I'm here. Okay. So can you hear me? Okay. My God, what's going on? Okay. Sorry. My network, and I think that was my network. Sorry. Okay, here, right? Okay, yeah. So here, this is a product life cycle, right? So a product will get to a point whereby it is no longer in a like. So what happened is like this part. Let's say it's actually the way you said it because the product at this stage of the product is no longer like and the product is not able to adapt to change. Do you get? Let me give you a quick example like DVD player. So just imagine the person that was doing DVD players before. Now people buy DVD players to buy DVD discs and put it inside to play. Now, how many people buy that product today? How many people go to the market to buy a DVD? Do you understand? So what happened to them is their sales now collapse. The streaming services now we have a lot of streaming platforms that people stream. They don't have to go and buy DVD and be doing all of that. I can just go to the internet and download all the music I want. So I don't need to go and buy a DVD. So that means that product have declined. The product has declined now. Do you understand now? So that's what it means. Just like this, or even like people that buy camera before, people buy cameras just for maybe personal camera, but people that buy cameras today, like digital camera, it's for business. Because with your phone, you can take your pictures. But before, people buy cameras that they when they want to go for picnic, they want to be snapping picture. But now, if I go anywhere now, with your phone, you can take your pictures. So those kind of products they already declined. The sales have been dripped downward. So if you look at their sales now, the sale has been dripped downward, and profit is no longer there. You understand? Yeah, so that's what it means. So what I want you to understand is like I want to understand the product life cycle because I have seen about past two past question paper that I'm seeing this product life cycle inside, right? Yeah, so these are just stages of product. So if you look at the product start from stage one, which is the early stage, which is the introduction stage of the product. Now at this point, what you should understand is like the sales, the sales is very slow. You understand? But you're going to be having expenses. Just like a new restaurant that I just opened. Just imagine how much it will cost me to buy food stuff, to buy oil, to buy everything to cook. And maybe I have like three customers to come and eat. Tomorrow I will still come to open again. That is at the early stage of your product, at the early stage of my market. You understand? That's the early stage. But then people are not coming. So you need to just get this stuff in your head. It's very simple. The first stage of the product is the early stage, which is introduction. Understand that at this stage, your sales is going to be slow, but you're going to have what heavy expenses. Do you understand? No profit. In fact, no profit at all. Now you move from that stage to a growth stage. Now people start people start now looking at your product. People start coming. That is when you have rapid market acceptance and substantial profit improvement as awareness spread. So now the fact that people are now coming to buy, I am still going to open my restaurant tomorrow. And as the way I keep doing it, it's going to people are going to be aware of it. Do you understand? Then people will start coming in. So now you have moved from the stage of the early stage, which is introduction stage of the product life cycle, to a growth stage. Now, in this place now, you now have uh rapid market acceptance. People start knowing about your product and then all that. Our example like the smartphones and all that, or like things like AirPods. When Apple started AirPod, when the buying of wireless AirPod, it's not everybody. People didn't really see that as something. Do you understand? But as it is now, a lot of people, a lot of even brand are starting doing AirPod and all that. Stuff like that. So no, we have the early stage, which is the introduction stage, and then we up to the growth stage, and then we have to maturity stage. Now the maturity stage here now is where the sales growth slows as most potential buyers adopt to a new product. But the profit was stabilized and also declined due to increased competition. You understand? So just like the example I was giving about, let's say, uh, stuff like, let's say, um, let's look at maybe soft drinks like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Those guys they compete in a market where growth comes mainly from minor variations. You understand? Just small, small things like this. Just like, do you know, people go to buy Peps. When they go to buy Coke, they'll be like, give me Coke. When they say, I don't have Coke, give me Pepsi. They'll be like, no, I will not take Pepsi. But why? But if you look at Coke and Pepsi, they are looking alike. If you look at Coke and Pepsi, like they taste alike, but there's something that's different about them. Do you understand? So that is where people, that is why I was saying that this profit is either going to be stabilized here or it's going to be declined due to increased competition. But you have a marginal. Exactly. Thank you. Their profit, just to keep their profit. Thank you. That's just idea because what they're looking at money, they're looking at profit. So if they see that okay, there's a lot of competition in this, let's introduce a new product that can sustain our profit, something like that. So I already talked about the declined phase, Abi. So I should go back to this place so that I can ask a question. This one. Okay. Okay, I was talking. Okay, okay, it's Med Plus. Med Plus is a pharmacy. Yes, it's a pharmacy. Yes. Okay. So you don't have a question, Abi? Okay. This is actually where we did assignment too. So you should know this. This is our assignment. This is actually where we did assignment now. This assignment we did. It's here. That the group assignment. That's where we did the group assignment now. Talk about distributors, wholesaler, retail, all these things. Okay. So we've not really got in here. So we'll also I will have some questions that I would I have some what I'm looking at is past question paper that I want us to study in one of the past question papers that I have in this particular course. So I will just check the past question paper and then I will keep so that I will share so that we'll now look at it and work on some of the questions in the past question paper. So that will help us better. That is like helping us to plan for exam is already next in January, so we have just 1 month to exam. It's like there is next. Like, yeah, yeah, only this course. Very good. So yeah, I'll send questions. I'll send the material too, and also, like I said, I'll look for some questions that are. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll look for some questions that the past question papers that we can now solve the questions together. I'll send the questions to you. What's that? Yes, all these things are from the that material. But no, this slide is not from the. This is what I did by myself, just to summarize the whole material, right? So the material is this. This is the material that the school gave you now. So the what I have, exactly. So what I have here is more of the summary from that material that can help you to. They can just read. Yeah. So you just read through this, and then we do past question paper, and then we are good. So it's okay. It's fine. You read it now. You read it. Okay. So, voila. Bye bye. I'll share. I'll share all the resources. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said. Voila. So bye bye. Yes. That's all for today. Or you want more? Okay. No. Voila. No. Yeah.